boy, that is tight.
Here we leave in this little place here. Never to be back again.
It's too small for us.
It's too small.
We're not too big for it. It's too small for us. Still all right?
Yep, it's still all
Sure?
right.
I'm seeing stuff in my mirror there. You watching the wheels?
Yes, I am. I am.
And I'm clearing.
You're good. So far, you're good.
Really? That
All
looks
right, so
awful
now,
tight.
all right, it is. Now you can back it up a little bit.
Hey, what do you say? This whole town could be red by the end of the day. If you feel alright, we can throw it and drive. With the radio up so loud they can hear us from miles. Nothing to lose. I feel it in my soul. So let's let the good times roll.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to FergTV. Got a little snag today. The snag is, you're not going to believe this. I'm going to say it. The flagpole again. Oh my God. I didn't lose the light, didn't lose the eagle. I listened to my wife. She said, make sure you take that off when I'm traveling down the road with it. And I did. So yesterday we got over to Golden Sun. We, started to take things apart. And today I said, we're going to take the car off, and I need to take the car off before I can put the flag up. I'm pointing out the window because it's sitting right here. That's how close we are over here. So I went up to put that on and trying to tighten it up, and it's just spinning. This is the, I'll call it, for lack of a better term, the top coupler that you would screw the eagle into. Well, I think it got messed up over the couple of times that the eagle loosened up going down the road and messed things up. And I could see that something was broken off inside, and now there's nothing to screw to. So my thought is, I'm going to repair this. I went and got 2 stainless steel 1/2-inch nuts and a bolt. And that is just for clamping the bolts, and I'm going to put one on the inside, one on the outside. And then the eagle will come in and screw into those 2. That's the thought. And we're going to use some Gorilla epoxy to adhere everything. What I've run into now, or I'm thinking about, is I put that nut up underneath and the other one at the top, and I put some epoxy around that. When I tighten it up, it's going to squish in onto those threads, and I'm never getting that bolt out. And to this point, I can't. I did think about putting like some saran wrap or something on there. I don't know if that would work. I'm going to give that a little more thought, but that's what we're going to go forward with a repair. And then I'm going to put some Loctite on it, and I'm leaving this thing up and keeping my fingers crossed. Well, that's what I decided to do. Let's put a little bit of plastic wrap. I called it saran wrap, just the brand name, right on there, and that'll be, I don't know, I'm hoping that's enough coverage for me, because I'm almost certain you're going to end up with some of this epoxy getting onto the, that's why you wear gloves. Jeez. Getting some of that epoxy onto those threads, and then you're never going to get this thing apart. Not the easiest thing to do here. Which, if it was easy, everybody would do it. Hey, this might be a good time for you to go give it the old up yours if you're getting anything out of any of these, even if it's just a little chuckle. There, tighten that down. Okay, well, I mean, I could put some around the outside now, do the rest of it. Why don't we do that? Good suggestion. I heard what you said, because you're not going to disturb anything. So what I'm trying to do is get it around the nut. I mean, I can always put some more in there at a later date. Welcome to the next morning. You can see the bolt is going very well in and out of this thing, which represents the eagle that we're going to put in. But I was thinking, I have some more of this epoxy left, and I'm thinking I want to put some more around inside of that nut. But now that this is all set up from yesterday, it's actually pretty easy to get in here and add to it. So I'll show you how it comes out, because this is going to bother the snot out of you. Well, maybe we can get a little better view over here in the sun. So it's not pretty, but I basically buried that nut in there in epoxy, and that'll affect nothing. The stuff you see sticking through there, if you can see it, it's at the bottom, and the bolt's not that long anyway. So I think it's time to think about putting this guy up, and we're going to put some thread lock around it. But this is going to go up first on the flagpole, and then we'll put the eagle on. All right. That's a success, I hope. All right, tomorrow we're going to put in the SeeFlow panel, the second one. So I have one up in the front, up inside. I'm going to put an auxiliary one out here so that when I'm doing my tanks, I can see where I'm at. I'll pick up right here tomorrow. The thought is that we'll take a 1/2-inch drill bit and hit each corner. Now, I know where I've got coverage because I've got an outside line. So as long as I don't go into that, we're good. Now, I've already looked out there. The only thing I have out there is cables coming off of this, and I don't use them anyway, but we won't bother them. All right, so there's my corners. If I only had something to connect the dots with. I'm going to go look again, but I don't think I have any kind of saw with me at all. I'm just going to have to get in there with a hole saw and cut out, and then just take and clean up the line. Right there. I would connect all of that. I don't know, that might be the better way. So we are going to be going up past the line a little bit, but we have all of this for coverage. So it's not really such a big deal. Just drop a 3/16 hole. It's not the size of the pilot on that, but it doesn't matter. As long as I get a hole in there. An indentation is really all I'm looking for. Doesn't even have to go all the way through. Good. Yeah, it's kind of an exercise in how to do something without the right tools. That's why it's so important to take tools with you. At least if you got something, you might be able to get a job done. I'll tell you, that's looking pretty good. Yeah, it's a little farther than I'd like over that way. Well, I mean, it's covered. Covered is covered, right? Does it matter if it's 1/8 of an inch? We're going for it. Columbus took a chance, eh? So these little reliefs right here, got to put a screwdriver in and pop that out of there, or you can unscrew it that, which takes more time. My screwdriver's put away. Now, it almost looks like it'll work, doesn't it? I'll tell you what, it's going to work. I'm going to take a rasp to it. Our corners are already out. Okay, and this is what we're going to use. This is a wood rasp. It's rounded on one side, flat on the other. You got a coarse and a fine. And it's not the best place to be working, but we'll get it done. Very aggressive. Now you might be saying, man, is that ugly? But when we put the panel in there, you won't see any of that. And she fits. That's it. So it looked a little crude to you, I'm sure. But in the end, it's going to be a success. I just pre-drilled that hole. We're going to put a screw in. Kind of want to get this thing leveled up where it's going to go. There. So now I can tighten it, move it, and put it wherever I want it. And I'm not measuring it again. I'm just looking at it. What's it look like? It looks pretty good right there. Drop another screw in there. And we're going to pull it out. We're going to do our wiring out here. Let's get that second one in, just in case it moved a little bit. Boom. Pre-drilling the holes is key. You won't strip anything. And it centers the hole. These are self-centering bits. In case I never showed that to you before, see, this pushes down and the drill comes out. And then this, so as you go in, this pushes down, keeps it centered. It's a worthwhile product. I don't know if you have any need for it. You may not. Now I don't need to put these two screws in. Those holes are done. We'll back these out. We're going to take the panel out. But the hottest part of this job is over. This is our plug that goes on here. Now this can only go in one way, like so. Okay, and it locks in. We're now in the belly of the beast, and we're going to connect these two wires right here. We're going to cut into them, and we're going to use a different connector. You've probably seen them before. Then again, maybe you haven't. These are a Wago connector, and there'll be 3 wires going into each one. We're going to cut this in half, so that gives you 2, and then there'll be the third one coming out. So we got 3 wire connectors that we're going to use, and then we're going to snake our wire right through here. So we can cut this any way we want it. Really cut it right in here. Do them up. Okay. Strip these back. So we can splice these in. I'll show you how that goes. You open these up. Just a little lever. I'm hoping that you can see. You open up the levers. 2, 3. And then you slide your wire in there. So now all the red are going to go on this one. Good. And then the third one that'll go in there is the one that's going that way. So we're going to duplicate this with the black now. So maybe to make this neat, we'll come over here first. Yeah, we could go right through there, because then the wires will come right down and they won't be hanging in front of anything. Okay. Whoops. This might be a good time for you to go give it the old up yours. Don't do it for me, do it for YouTube. They love that sort of thing. They have people that count them night and day and night. You don't want to put anybody out of a job, right? And maybe if you're getting anything out of any of these videos, even if it's a little chuckle, maybe you'll go and subscribe. Who knows? Boy, I'd appreciate it. Okay, I got a lot of extra wire here, but we're gonna go out and we're gonna shore up the panel and do that, and then we'll come back and pull this back, get it nice and neat, boom, we're gonna call it happy days. So I'm glad I took a moment to check things out. I thought I knew what I was talking about, and per usual, I wasn't. So I went and pulled the panel up inside and took a look at it. The red wire right here is power. The blue wire goes to the red because I couldn't get a blue and a black wire to come up from underneath, and the black wire goes to the black. So we'll connect those two, and then I gotta find a place to get 12 volt. So we're doing a different splice here, right? We're doing a heat shrink butt splice. We'll connect these black to black, and then it's connecting the power somewhere. So you want to connect the power somewhere that has 12 volt all the time, and I just got to locate that spot. That one off to the side. Okay. All right. So you want to get a good quality butt splice when you're doing these, and you want them so that they have material inside that oozes out, as you can see it did, and that will adhere to the wire, and it gives you strain relief. Okay, on top of the crimp. All right, here's our next problem. We need to get juice, so I gotta go find juice. Found a place for power right here. We'll snake right through here, and we're coming in right over there. Piece of cake. So now we gotta finish up this. All right, so we'll cut this here. So red goes in here, like so. Okay, black goes in here. Okay, everybody's in tight. That's the way it goes. So the plan over here is to, and I've already put a 3 amp fuse in here. We're gonna cut this short so that the long part of this goes up here and that hangs out. Like that. Put our ring terminal on. Okay, that's good. So in case you haven't used these before, these are WireFi, WireFy, and they're just like other crimpers. They're color coded for the butt splices that you're using, which correspond to wire size. Okay, it took a little doing, but I got that threaded through. I mean threaded through, because you got to go like an inch at a time, pull it up through, and go to the next spot. But it's going to be much neater in the long haul here, and that's what we're concerned with, long haul. So we put this together, we'll get the heat gun, and this part will be done over here. So we can hook this up. We'll just pull the fuse on it. Okay, we got to be careful here, because we're working with all metal. And we don't want to touch anything and short this out. Okay, so let's kill the array to off. Kill this juice to off. And we'll get our torque wrench and we'll torque this down. That back on. That back on. Okay, we shrank them down. I'm going to pull this through and bring the wire up through the other side, and we'll complete. We are rapidly coming to an end, and we're going to get to test this. And that's when you find out if you did things right or wrong. All right, we're just about done. So you can see what it looks like when it's proper, right? It becomes the color of the wire, and the sealant oozes out at the end. And that's what you're looking for when you're putting these together. 0 on the fresh, which is correct. 92% on the gray. 25% on the galley. 4% on the black. This, my friends, is a success. I couldn't be any happier. Because when I go to do things out here and I don't know where my tanks are at, I got to keep going back in the house. All right, so all I got to do is clean up now, and wonderful. Well, thanks for joining me today. This is a great little project. Makes me very happy that this is done. All right, everything went smoothly there. Let's see how this works out.
Yeah, let's see how this works out.
I'll take that camera for a second.
Okay.
There's that mirror right there because that's where my issue is coming out at that pad right there. So we either want to do one or two things. We want to clear that pad or run over the pad, but not near the end of it. I think I'm going to clear it.
You can make it.
Boy, that is tight. Boy, that is tight. Woo.
Oh, whoa, we did it. You did it.
Hot dog.
Good job.
That put a smile on my face. Yep.
That's a good job.
Take down a couple pine trees and a couple of statues, but they got way too many over here anyway. Not pine trees, palm trees.
Alrighty, so here we leave in this little place here. Never to be back again.
It's too small for us.
It's too small.
We're not too big for it. It's too small for us.
Right.
Turn right on West Broadway Avenue, then take the first right.
Okay.
You gonna do this?
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay.
Yep, we got this.
Uh-huh. We're taking a right here.
Okay. How's that looking in the back there? Gonna run over that?
You keep coming.
Still all right?
Yep, it's still
You
all
sure?
right.
I'm seeing stuff in my mirror there. You watching the wheels?
Yes, I am. I
And
am.
I'm clearing.
You're good. So far, you're good.
Really? That
All
looks
right. So
awful
now,
tight.
all right. It is. Now can you back it up a little bit?
No. Okay, we're gonna circle around.
Okay.
There's nobody behind us, right?
Nope. I can't see any. You can see on the other side.
Watch your camera now. Pay attention to where you're shooting.
Okay. So this is a little tight corner here. Thought we could make it. It was looking good,
We're
but
gonna go circle around. I thought we could make it.
yeah. Good try.
And we came really close to making it.
We did. It's just that everything's so tight. So you're gonna go all the way around
Yep.
and come up. Okay.
We may have to live here. We may have to live here.
But we were trying to figure out whether you have to go through the parking lot or straight
Yeah, now I'm gonna come down and come out straight.
out the end.
I thought I was gonna make it. It was really close.
Watching the show.
Yeah, right? You got your dollar's worth.
Oh my goodness, yep. So we're gonna go to Plan B.
Plan B.
We're down. Yeah, we're gonna go to Plan B and we're gonna go right around the front of the office. And I believe you can fit this one.
Turn left on West Broadway Avenue, then take the first left. Turn left on West Broadway Avenue, then take the second left.
Hey, now we'll make it.
Turn left on West Broadway Avenue, then take the first right.
You got pictures.
Yep.
Alrighty. Now what are you telling us to do here? You're telling us to go right, left. Wait a minute, hang on, wait a minute.
She told me to go right. She's telling me to go right.
Okay,
Why am I stopping?
I don't know. I'm looking
I
at this
got a car
crazy thing.
coming.
Well,
She told me to go right.
I heard left. Okay, you're good. Nobody coming up our way. Oh, I know what you're doing. Alrighty.
In 1/2 mile, turn right on South Idaho Road.
Okay, we made it out alive.
Yeah, we
It's always a
did.
challenge.
It is always a challenge.
Oh boy.
Video protected.
Alright, we got another 1/2 mile, so it's going to be the next light.
Okay.
Alrighty, so we are off.
To see the wizard. We just had to follow the yellow brick road. I really thought I was going to make it at that shack, but we were getting too close. We weren't going to make it. It just wasn't going to happen. So,
In 1/2 mile,
Don't
turn
push the
right
issue.
on
Alright, we are off to Texas. Sirocco, Texas.
that's where we're going today?
Yeah, it's called, it's in Sirocco. It's a 3-mission brewery.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So, we have about 330 miles to go today.
All right.
And,
So this must be
Yep,
our
this is
right
it.
at the traffic light.
Yep,
All right
this is
here.
it.